Put your hands together, everybody, for Mr. Marty Brennaman. Where are you, Marty? Here we go.
Tommy, how are you?
Brennaman, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine, pal. It's been a long, long time.
It has been. I'm calling you buddy because I know the times I pitched against the Reds, you didn't call me buddy.
You know what? It's really interesting you say that because I was thinking tonight and looking ahead to being with Robbie and being with you tonight and thinking how many times I said some very, very bad profanity at your ability to dominate those great Reds lineups back in the 70s. It was not. I was not a happy camper, but I sure as a Dickens respected your ability and your durability and everything else that goes into what should be a Hall of Fame career. And I'm hoping that one day that will become a reality.
If it does, it does. I love pitching against the Reds because they were the best team in baseball at the time. And the Dodgers and Reds, what a rivalry.
Oh,
man alive.
Yeah. I wonder how you felt pitching at Riverfront Stadium. Was that ever a concern of yours? Because the ball jumped out of that ballpark, as you well remember.
I love pitching it because I didn't throw a lot of fly balls. That little cheesy sinker, they would hit ground ball. Ground balls don't go out of the ballpark.
No, they do not. Was there any one particular hitter in that Big Red Machine lineup that caused you more problems than some of the others?
I got Pete Rose out pretty good. Very good.
Tommy John, what a great pitcher he was. I couldn't hit him. Here's a guy that we named a procedure after him. So I just want to say, Tommy, you were a great pitcher. I wish I didn't have to hit off you because I couldn't hit you worth a damn. I might have got another 300 or 400 hits if it wasn't for you. Okay, I like you, but I didn't like to face you.
I got Bench out, probably a left-handed hitter, maybe Griffey or somebody like that. I love pitching against them because they made you pitch, and I had to go to my reserve pack. You know, sinker, curveball, boom, fastball up and in, and all that. The Reds were so good.
Which of the catchers did you prefer to throw to Steve Yeager or Joe Ferguson, or did it make any difference to you?
Didn't make any difference because all they called was 1, 2, and knocking down.
Tommy, I've often wondered, the year before you had the surgery, I think you were 13-3. And then you had the arm problems, and then you had what obviously has become now second nature in terms of baseball verbiage to people. They know what the Tommy John surgical procedure is. This was earth-shattering. This was trailblazing, this surgical procedure. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you were going to go through something that no player had ever experienced before?
Well, that's what I had a long talk with Dr. Job. We sat down like a father and son and went over what he was going to do, what the possibilities could be or could not be. I had so much confidence in Dr. Frank Job that if he would have told me, Tommy, I can cure your elbow problems, go take a pile of your German Shepherd's poop and bury it back a second base at stadium and your elbow will be fine, I would have done it.
Wow.
That's what I had, Job.
What was the percentage, Tommy, of success when you went into that surgery?
He gave me a 1% chance.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow.
But that's better than none.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's better than none. That's right. You're right there.
Marty Brennaman, you must have said the name Tommy John. How many thousands of times in your broadcasting career?
I can't imagine. And, you know, the sad thing is now, it's more prevalent now in the vocabularies of broadcasters and players and media people because of the things that go on now dealing with pitching and how enamored kids are with being able to throw 100 miles an hour and the spin rates and things of that nature that are putting incredible stress on pitchers' elbows. And it's as common as falling out of bed now that you see guys getting it almost on a weekly basis.
Well, that's the thing where baseball has gone downhill. They get the radar gun, and all the radar gun did was it made it possible for people that didn't know crap about baseball to have a saying, oh, he can't pitch. He only throws the ball 87 miles an hour. Oh, this guy can pitch. He throws 102. He might not be able to pitch at all. The guy that throws 87 might be able to. My best pitch was 92.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, and if I threw it at 92, I'd have to leave the field and go in and wipe my butt.
Wow.
Tommy, when you came back the year, you lay out a year, you come back the next year. How long was it before you were able to mentally accept the fact that you were 100% and you could throw as much as you wanted to within the realm of safekeeping, so to speak? Was there any doubt early on that you didn't want to turn it loose as hard as you could throw it anyway?
No, that's why I took the year off. I threw a lot. I pitched the way I had to pitch for me to be good.
Right.
And that is sinker, curveball, sinker, 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 curveball, fastball up and in, sinker, sinker, sinker. When I came back, that's what I threw. I threw the ball the same as I did before surgery, and I never really thought about it. I was healthy, and I was ready to go.
You and I were talking a few minutes ago, and I want to get back to it before Robbie kisses me goodbye. We talked about the problem that exists today regarding pitching and how the love affair continues unabated among pitchers and other people connected to the game. Do you, having pitched 26 years in the big leagues and posting 288 wins, do you have any kind of thought concerning how they can combat this problem and what they possibly could do to cut down on this nonsense?
Good question.
You got to get people in there that understand just what you said, that it's not speed, it's location. Changing of speeds will matter more than how hard you throw. I have no idea how hard Koufax threw. Harder than most guys could hit. We've got to get people in there that understand pitching. It's not throw hard. If you can throw hard, fine. But you don't throw as hard as you can, because if you throw as hard as you can, it's like you play a lot of golf, right, Marty?
Yes.
If you're sitting out there on that tee and you're out there and you go, no, and you try to hit it as hard as you can, as far as you can, you'll mishit it, you'll slice it, you'll duck hook it. Pitching the same way.
Yeah. Well, I think we all agree that they've got to do something. I don't really know that baseball and the powers that be have any idea what they can do, because they've allowed this pitching thing to get away from them. I'm always reminded of the year that Bob Gibson had back in the 60s, and when they lowered the mound 15 inches or whatever it was.
1968, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see something akin to that will happen now, because the offense is completely gone, so to speak. I mean, I think the league batting average, both in the American and the National League, are now something like 5 or 6 points below what they've done the last few years. So they've got to come up with some kind of solution to this thing to turn it around.
Amen, brother.